beautiful people, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be detangling my daughter's mini twist that she had in for about a month. As you can see, her hair is super dry, super dirty. I'm planning on doing a wash day routine on her hair after I take it out. I went ahead and I took out the back portion of her hair already, and then I just have this left to do. But I wanted to get on here and I wanted to give you guys some mini twist tips that I think will really benefit you and your children or even yourself. You'll be able to utilize these tips throughout your mini twist journey. Okay, so let's just get started. The first tip is, before you put your mini twist in, you want to make sure you know what your hair porosity is. Hair porosity is very important. It's going to really help you determine which products you should be using on your hair during your mini twist install. For me, I just did mini twist on my hair last month, and if you didn't check out that video, you can go ahead and check it out. I'll leave it in the iCard and I'll leave it in the description box. But what I noticed is, I just did a porosity test on my hair, and I'm actually high porosity. And with high porosity hair, your hair tends to release moisture really quickly. So on my daughter's hair, I don't know exactly what her porosity is, but I'm going to do a porosity test now that I'm going to wash her hair after this, because it's best to do your porosity test on clean hair with a clean hair strand. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a porosity test on her hair to see what her hair is. But once you know what your porosity is, then you could pretty much know what products will work best for your hair. Okay, so normally low porosity hair, you don't need heavy butters and heavy creams and stuff like that. High porosity hair tends to gear more towards the heavier products and heavier oils and heavier butters. Okay, so yeah, knowing that will really help you with keeping your hair moisturized and keeping your hair hydrated, and your hair staying that way throughout your mini twist journey, or however long you're going to have your mini twist in. Okay, so for me, I use the LCO method, which is liquid, cream, and oil, and that works good for my high porosity hair. If you're low porosity, you might want to gear towards using the LOC method. That tends to work well for those that are of a lower porosity. And once you know what products you're going to use, then that would better aid you in how to apply it to your hair to really help you to maintain and retain that moisture. Okay, so that's tip number one. Tip number two is, when you're doing your mini twist, you want to make sure you're detangling your hair. As you can see, I'm going in and I'm adding water to the tips of her hair. Don't touch your hair when your hair is dry. Make sure you have a spray bottle with some water in it. This spray bottle I have water in it, and I have a little bit of glycerin. Glycerin is really good because it's a humectant, so it draws moisture from the atmosphere, from the environment, to your hair, to help your hair stay hydrated. So you want to make sure you're detangling your hair to the best of your ability, going in gently, taking out the shed hairs, and making sure you're not popping or damaging your hair in the process of you detangling it. Okay, and also when you're installing your mini twist, you want to make sure that you have a nice section, however the size of a mini twist you're going to do. If you're doing mini twist, if you're doing jumbo twist, normal size twist, whatever, you want to make sure that each strand is evenly distributed before you actually do your mini twist. So for example, I have 2 strands of hair right here, right? They seem to be even in density and in amount, right? So you want to make sure each strand is even. So throughout your twisting process, you can just evenly distribute the product throughout your hair, and you can get to the bottom of your hair, and you don't have that problem of actually having to lend hair to the other strand or borrow hair from either strand to complete the twist at the end of the hair. That's going to really help when it comes to your detangling process, and when you get ready to actually take down your twist. That's going to really help you with not causing any breakage or poppage or split ends or anything like that. Okay, so make sure you're really looking and distributing your hair evenly between the 2 sections, and once you get to the end, make sure that it's actually even, so you won't be lending or borrowing hair to each strand. Okay, that has really helped me with my mini twist. And then when you're taking out your mini twist, it'll be easier for you to actually detangle the mini twist. So if you have it like this and it's twist, right, when it's time for you to detangle it, all you have to do is just reverse the twist and it'll come out. But if you go ahead and you start lending hair and borrowing hair to each twist strand, then you're going to cause webbing and you're going to cause your hair to tangle up in between. Okay, so make sure you pay attention to that. Also, tip number 3 actually is you want to make sure you're paying attention to your moisture level. Now, for her, I've been moisturizing her hair, I think it was like every 2 weeks. But sometimes I was slipping up with that. Because having 3 heads to do is not easy. My hair, my older daughter's hair, who is 9, and then my daughter Bella hair, who's 3 years old. So doing 3 heads, like, it's too much, right? And then keeping up with the moisture cycle and all of that is kind of hard. But I'm getting better at that, okay? So you want to make sure you're paying attention to your moisture level with your hair. Okay, so make sure you have a nice routine down pat that you can lean on and rely on when it comes to you actually moisturizing and sealing your hair. That's going to really help your hair stay moisturized. It's going to really help with maintaining your moisture. It's going to really help with retaining length and just really keeping your hair hydrated throughout the time of you having your mini twist in your hair. Okay, so pay attention to that. And also, like I was saying in tip number 1 with the porosity, each strand of your head is different. If you're familiar with the Word of God, the Bible says that each strand on your head, hair on your head is numbered, right? So if each hair on your head is numbered, which means each strand or hair has a different number, which means each strand of hair is different. So this strand of hair, this mini twist, can actually be low porosity, and this twist can actually be a high porosity twist. So if you have a moisturizing routine where every Sunday you tend to moisturize your hair, every Monday and Sunday, right? But on Wednesday you notice that this strand of hair is actually dry and everything else is hydrated. There's a possibility that this could actually be a high porosity strand, right? And it needs more attention, it needs more TLC, it needs more butter or cream or more hydration than any other part of your head. So when it's Wednesday, you don't want to wait till Sunday to moisturize this strand. You want to go ahead on that Wednesday, take it down, detangle it, and moisturize it. Okay, don't leave it unattended. Don't leave it neglected, because then this strand of hair will begin to break, it will begin to pop, it will begin to split, and then you'll end up with short pieces throughout your hair. And it's because you're neglecting the strand that was crying out for help in the middle of the week. Okay, but you wouldn't know that if you're not paying attention or monitoring your hair's moisture level. So really pay attention to that. And it's not going to hurt to go in on that Wednesday, moisturize this strand, and then come Sunday, go ahead and moisturize it again. Just moisturize the whole head. You know, in my video, my mini twist video, when I did like the different hairstyles, I actually had accessories in my hair. I had like a shell decoration on a couple of strands of my hair, on a couple of my mini twists. You can do that as well. If you notice that this strand of hair is the strand that needs the most attention, in order for you to be able to identify this twist in the midst of all your other twists, you want to go ahead and put some kind of decoration on it so it'll stand out. So you'll know Wednesday, this is the strand that needs to be hydrated 3 times a week, or that on that Wednesday, because that Monday it gets hydrated, but then by Wednesday, 2-3 days later, it's dry again. So you could put a little accessory on that to help you be able to identify that strand. Okay, hopefully that'll help you. Tip number 4 is you want to make sure you're not touching your hair throughout the time of you having your mini twist down, right? So if you're doing a down style where you have like half up, half down, try not to play in your hair. Now, I know for me, y'all, that is a bad habit I have. Whenever I had my mini twist in, I would go ahead and I'll start like twirling them when I'm sitting and doing work and stuff like that. I'll twirl it, or I find myself running my hands through my hair when I'm watching TV. Those different type of things. You want to try to prevent yourself from doing that and break that bad habit, because what you're doing is you're rubbing the moisture out of your hair. And I noticed I was doing that. When I would look at my hands would be so oily. And I'm like, okay, basically what I'm doing is I'm rubbing the moisture out. And I have all my oil, all my cream, all of my hydration on my hands and not in my hair where I need it to be. So just make sure you're paying attention to that as well. Try not to really play in your hair and touch your hair. And then also, you putting your hands in your hair and putting oil on your hands. Later on, you go and you rub your eye or you rub your hand across your face, and then you end up with pimples and acne. and you don't even know why. And you're like, wait, hold on, what's going on here? My skin is breaking out. I'm drinking a good amount of water. I'm eating my fruits and vegetables. Why is my skin looking the way it's looking? But all the time, you didn't realize that the whole week you was rubbing your face and touching your hair at the same time, So just be mindful of that. That is tip number 4, okay? Tip number 5 is you want to make sure you're protecting your protective style. So now, of course, mini twist is supposed to be a protective style, right? But when you really think about it, it's not a protective style. And I've seen a video of a young lady actually talking about this, and I agree with her 100%. It's not a protective style. Versus you getting like box braids or crochet braids or something like that. Your hair is actually tucked inside of the synthetic hair. Your hair is actually braided away and put away. Even with a whole head weave, sew-in weave, your hair is braided up and the weave is sewn onto your hair. So your hair is actually protected. With this mini twist, her hair is not protected. There's nothing protecting her hair. Her hair is actually twisted up in a style, but it's actually not being protected by any form of covering. You understand? So it's easier for her hair to actually break. It's easier for her hair to actually split and just become damaged over time. So usually with her protective style, like I would actually put her hair in a bun. I'll pull this up into a ponytail, and then I would tuck her ends to make sure her ends are safe and her ends are protected, because that's the most important part. But me tucking her ends is kind of pointless, because what about everything else that's exposed? Once I do all of this and I wash her hair and everything, I'm not going to put mini twists in her hair. I'm going to figure out another style to actually do on her hair. And I'm going to still do mini twists in my hair, but I'm going to be really mindful of how long I keep it in and all of that, and really try to protect it. If you haven't checked out my mini twist hairstyle video, go ahead and check it out. I'm going to leave it up in the iCards, and I'm going to leave it in the description box down below for you to check out. But even in that video, I show you a head wrap style that I wore, and I put like this cute hat on my head. You can actually cover your mini twists with hats and scarves and stuff like that to actually protect your protective style, okay? So just do that. That's going to really help you retain length and keep your hair hydrated and moisturized so it won't break and split, okay? So that was tip number 5. Tip number 6 is you want to make sure you're washing your mini twists when you have your mini twist in your hair. So the same way you will wash your hair if your hair was out is the same way you would go in and wash your mini twist, condition it and treat it. Yeah, sit under the dryer, do a deep conditioning, all that good stuff. You can do the same thing with your mini twists. If you have mini twists, if you have mini braids, you could take those same proceedings, those same steps, and actually do that to your hair as well, just to make sure your hair is good while it's inside that protective style, right? And scalp health is very important. We all know that. So you want to make sure you're keeping your scalp nice and clean, free of debris, dandruff, product buildup, and all that stuff that could actually clog your pores and prevent your hair from growing out the way it's supposed to grow and at the rate that it's supposed to grow out. So you want to make sure you're keeping your scalp nice and healthy and not trying to cause scalp inflammation, scalp psoriasis, and all that stuff, okay? So that's tip number 6. Tip number 7 is, I noticed too, with her in the beginning, I'm not sure, let me see if I get closer. Okay, you see right here, I started braiding her hair. Then I went ahead and started twisting. I noticed when I did that, her hair was a little bit neater. It stayed a little bit more neat. It was a little bit more polished. I didn't really have to do much to give her that clean look. But when I start with a regular twist, like right here, you see, it gives off a more unruly look, a little more rugged and unkept look to her hair. Whereas the front part, it looks a little bit more put together, like she can go another week actually with me leaving these twists on her hair and just hydrating it. But back here is where I did put your head down, mama. Thank you. Back here is where I did the twisting at the root versus the braiding at the root. But I find that braiding it at the root first and then proceeding with the twists helps your hair to stay much more neat and well kept and put together. So going forward, even when I do my own mini twists, because when I did my mini twist style, I if you didn't see that video, go ahead and check it out. I actually twist the whole strand, like from the root down to the tip. But I'm noticing that it's much better to start with the braid and then end with the twist. That'll preserve your style much longer too. You know, especially if you plan on having them in for a long period of time. That'll help keep them in there longer. So yeah. So my plan for her hair is to just take this out. I'm going to pre-poo her hair. I'm going to do a hot oil treatment as well while the pre-poo is in her hair. So y'all know the pre-poo I use. I use the African Pride aloe. Yes, aloe and coconut water. I know this one. My tried and true. Y'all know I love this stuff. It makes your hair feel like butter. I'm going to put that in her hair. Once all of her twists is out, I'm going to saturate her hair with that. I'm going to detangle her hair. Then I'm going to take some olive oil in an applicator bottle. Warm it up. Apply that to her scalp while the pre-poo is in her hair. You see? Let me just show y'all this real quick. Sorry. I be getting distracted, y'all. But can y'all see this? Look at this. You see how her hair... Bella, put your head down, mama. Let me show them. You see right here? You see this? This is what... Not you. This is what you call like webbing. You see this? Yeah, you can see it like that better. See this right here? Her hair is webbing together. And that's another thing too. When you keep your mini twisting for a very long time, your hair will begin to web and could potentially turn into dreads the longer you keep it in. Especially if you don't go in and you don't take out that shed hair and you don't detangle it and keep it moisturized, you will have some straight up knotty dread up in your head, girl. For real, for real. Your hair will begin to lock on you. So you want to make sure you go in there and you separate it. And like I was saying in, I think it was tip number 2, that's why you want to make sure you have even distribution of hair in each strand, and each length is the same length and the same amount. So you won't have to lend hair to the next strand or borrow hair from the next strand or whatever you want to, call it. It will really help you with your takedown process. Like now I'm taking down her hair. I'm taking her hair down with the breeze. And also make sure you spritz water on the ends of your hair before you even touch your hair, before you even detangle your hair. Make sure you put water in your hair. Water is going to be your best friend. It's going to really help with the detangling process. Because as you can see right here, her hair, is tangled a little bit. But I separated, see? And then when you do an even distribution of the hair, you could just reverse the twist like this. You see? Once you do that, you might encounter a little, shedded hair in there that might start winding together or binding together. But then you can just reverse the twist like that. You see? Hold your head down, mama. See? It's out. Now it's just a matter of me going in and separating and detangling and getting out that shed hair and stuff like that. So let me just go back to what I was saying, because girl, I would take you on a long tangent. Okay? So I'm going to get the hot oil treatment, put it in the microwave, put it in the applicator bottle. Go ahead, put that on her scalp, give her a nice scalp massage. I'm going to put on a shower cap on her head, let that sit for a few minutes. Then I'm going to go in and wash her hair. And I'm planning on doing a treatment on her hair too, because I haven't did a treatment on her hair in a long time. And chances are it just will be like a deep conditioning treatment. I'm not going to do a protein treatment, even though I feel like she probably do need a protein treatment. But for right now, I'm just going to, do a nice deep conditioning treatment on her hair and then take it from there. So that's it for this video, y'all. I just wanted to share that with y'all. And thank you so much for watching. Go ahead. Please give the video a thumbs up. That's most important. And share it if you have anybody that you would like to share it with. And also subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Be blessed. Bye. Say bye, Bella.
Bye.